Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about PSSD. I want to talk about post-ssri sexual dysfunction. Okay, so this thing is real, and honestly it will not only happen while you are on SSRI drugs, okay, so serotonin reuptake inhibitors drugs. It can also happen when you've been using, for example, things like ashwagandha, St. John wort, okay, so also if you have been using tetracycline antibiotics like doxycycline, okay, or analgesics like tramadol, okay, so even serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors can have the similar effect, okay, and I will explain what will happen, okay, so after you stop taking SSRIs, okay, so PSSD here refers to a common syndrome happening after any SRIs, okay? So it is independent of any pre-existing or reactive mental health problem and can be triggered in healthy guys after exposure, even of the few weeks, okay? So I work with guys that been on SSRIs for 1 year or maybe for 2-3 years, okay? So it happens when you stop it, okay? So what you will experience, okay, so you will experience from sexual functioning, okay, you will have reduction or loss of sexual desire, okay, so you will have ED issues, so you will have erectile dysfunction, okay, so you will have anorgasmia, okay, so you will have blunted orgasm, okay, so also you can experience things like genital pain, then you can lose your nocturnal erections, okay, so even you can reduce your ejaculatory force, and from mental issue, okay, there can be anhedonia. Many guys on ashwagandha can tell you about this, because also ashwagandha can trigger things similar to post-SSRI, okay, so there are things like emotional numbing, depersonalization, and changes in skin, smell, taste, or vision. Probably COVID also can boost serotonin in your body, and therefore, for example, when I had COVID, for example, I had really changes in taste and smell, okay, so I couldn't drink coffee because it was impossible. The smell was so intense and I was not comfort with the smell, okay, so let talk about what will happen after you stop, okay, so the main effect will be on 5-HT1A receptor, okay, so 5-HT1 receptor is where most of these SSRI drugs are affecting this kind of receptor. Even, like I told you, St. John wort natural substance will have an effect here, okay, so there are new drugs that affects other receptors, okay, like dopaminergic receptors and so on, but generally with the most SSRI drugs, they will affect 5-HT1 receptor, okay, and we have two receptors, autoreceptors and heteroreceptors, okay, and what SSRI does, SSRI treatment will downregulate the heteroreceptor, okay, and this will have really detrimental effect on sexual health and all these kind of things, okay, so on sexual functioning, okay, so but not only that, okay, also your reward system will be affected, okay, we are talking about dopamine, okay, because you will have influx of serotonin, and serotonin will work again dopamine, okay, because probably, I don't know the exact mechanism, it can be due to high prolactin, because serotonin can increase prolactin, okay, and even cortisol. So prolactin will work against dopamine, okay, so we also need to restore reward system of dopamine, okay. What else? Your penile tissue will be affected, okay, so there are similarities with PFS, with post-ssri syndrome. Even some guys with PFS, they are also recommended to take antidepressant because, for example, they have issue with low allopregnanolone, and the doctor told them to start taking SSRIs. It will even worsen the symptoms and other things, okay? Because there are I was talking to many urologists, and they see guys on SSRI drugs, even if they start earlier, like during puberty, they have negative effect on erectile tissues. The same with PFS guys, okay? So there is lot of fibrotic tissue in their penile tissue, okay? So this also must be fixed, okay? So after you stop SSRIs, okay? So if you need my help, under this video you will find a link for my coaching or my email address, okay? So you also, there are epigenetic changes similar to PFS, okay? So there are similar changes to gut, okay? Because there can be gut dysbiosis, and also there is one strain, I don't know the exact name, but one strain is affected in gut, and it's the same strain that is also affected in PFS, okay? So one strain is affected, and this strain can have negative effect on, let's say, overexpression of some genes, okay? So, for example, there is some epigenetic of 5-HT1A receptor, okay? So what else, guys? Like I said, 5-HT1 receptor is affected. It's like overexpressed, okay? So we need to downregulate or give it back to normal, okay? So we need to restore this receptor. We need to also improve your erectile tissue, okay? There are supplements, okay? There are also devices that can do like radio frequency and specific, but really specific shockwave therapy, okay? So this is the news from a conference that was this year for shockwave therapy, that shockwave therapy itself can also help. But for example, what's really good is combination of supplements plus shockwave therapy, okay? So we need to restore penile tissue. We need to restore reward system, dopamine, okay? And we need to really restore dysbiosis in gut, okay? So inflammation and so on, because most of your serotonin is produced in gut, okay? So guys, even if you have inflammation in your gut, you can have a similar issue to post-ssri sexual dysfunction, okay? Because your gut will produce a lot of serotonin, okay? So guys, if you need my help, you will find the email in the description, okay? And let me know what you think.